Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hello and welcome to the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you're watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, girl, what are we doing? Okay, subscribe to the channel. And for my audio listeners, hey, leave a rate and your thoughts in a review wherever you're listening to this podcast at via Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Spotify has replies, so you can leave comments under the podcast now, which is a new thing that's really interesting. So, I really want to know what your thoughts and what can I do better? What can I do? What am I doing that's good or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's why we always have. That's how we work that one. I'm so happy today. I found this little jacket of mine. Okay, sorry for the audio listeners, but the visual listeners, I love. Let me say something. Let me tell y'all something. I am a casual girl. Okay, I call myself the casual king. I love casual clothing. Okay, let's be very clear. If I ain't gotta go nowhere where it requires me to dress down, I am going to wear a hoodie at the end of the day. And I love zip hoodies because you got the option of closing it up or opening it up. This is my comfort hoodie that I wore ever since I was in college, honey. It came from H&M. That's when I was shopping at H&M. So let me tell you something. It's a lot going on in my house, and when clothes items get lost, it get lost for years. Okay, I have not seen this jacket in some time. Okay, maybe like a good 5-10 months, right? So I'm happy. This is definitely my comfort hoodie. Okay, so we're gonna be real comfortable this episode. I'm so sorry that I'm a little bit late because I usually drop episodes at 10 a.m. or early or whatever. Look, I usually tape the episodes a day before so that I can have time to do all the promotional stuff. It's a whole business over here, child. I'm like, when I tell you I'm my assistant, okay, I'm the social media manager, I am the producer, I'm the content writer, I am everything. Okay, it's a lot. So that's why I love taping beforehand so I can get all the stuff that I need to get. I hate cramming everything into a day, but I really didn't feel like taping yesterday. And I really wasn't sure if I wanted to tape because the topics are hot. Like, there's two good topics I want to talk about this episode, but then there's other topics I don't care about, and I want to wait until some other good topics come in, but I don't want to do that. I promised you guys that I was going to do a Friday episode, so we're going to do a Friday episode, okay? You know how I do. I do got some good news, though. This is confirmed. I got a new job offer. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just know that it is a administrative assistant, front desk work. Something that's in my, scope of stuff that I've been doing. This is permanent. I'm not going to give you the context of what it is, but it is official. Okay. It is not like the last time where I said I got the job, but then they was like, oh, well, actually, we're going to renege your credit. We're doing onboarding on Monday. Okay. They told me to bring in my license and my I-95. Okay. So I will be working again. Thank goodness. When I tell you, I couldn't do DoorDash, girl, for these past couple weeks. I feel like this entire month I was, unemployed. Now it's not on wood, child, because I don't want to stay like that. But it was crazy. I'm like, I don't like not doing nothing. Being that I was done with that bank, it's not like I wasn't doing nothing. I was doing content. I consider this my other job. Like, this is my second job. I want it to be my official, but, it is what it is. We manifesting. But, other than that, I was just at home. If I'm not working, I'm just at home, and I just don't like being that couch potato and not doing nothing because I feel real bummy, and I just don't like that. I'm a type of person, I like to be out. I like to be doing stuff. So yes, this is something that will work with the schedule when it comes to the podcast. You'll still get a podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because this is a morning I'll be taking the morning shift, which will be early 7 a.m. to, I believe, 3 or 4, which will still give me a good amount of time to create content throughout the week. So I think I have high hopes, and I'm optimistic about this new position. I need to make some money. I got bills to pay. Okay. Yeah. To keep these little podcast lights on, I got stuff to pay for. And I think that this is a good opportunity, and I'm just so happy that it's come at a good time. Because I was definitely doing like a little mutuals trip. I was literally about to call them like, girl, I don't know about this, honey. I don't know if I'm going to have it in the bank, honey, because your girl is okay. But I'm glad I'm able to do that still and do, what the things that I need to do. Yeah, this is a learning lesson. Like, definitely, if you're working at a job, make sure that you're doing onboarding. Okay, before you tell your current job you putting into it. Because, like, that was the most, when I tell you, that was the riskiest shit I ever did. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but, I mean, I don't blame myself because I blame the jobs that literally told me that, hey, you're hired. But then, we're going to renege because X, Y, and Z. I think that's so messed up. And people really fall for that. And they get rid of the jobs that they were currently at just to come to find out that the job that hired them is like, we kind of don't want you no more. Like, I think that's I'm calling out allied security. Okay, so if any of y'all want to get into security, apply to these places internally. Because all that allied security bull crap, okay, very much a scam. I don't care. If people that know about Allied, you know. So I'm gonna just say that. But look, I'm just happy I got a job now and I can move on. I can save some money, get my own place, maybe get a cat and all that good stuff. So anyway, like I said, let's move on. Let's get into the topics at hand. Y'all came here for the mess. I'm going to give you guys the mess. I feel like we went over on the weekly report. We got to talk about the TikTok ban, girl, it's official. Then we got to talk about Amanda Seales on the club Shay Shay, what I think about that and some other things into that. Jeezy and Jeanie, girl, it's getting real messy. All that and more coming up on the Darren Green Show. Now, let's start with the TikTok conversation. Okay. So here's the news. It was so fast. It was like when I tell you this bill was so fast, right? But this wasn't the original TikTok ban bill. This bill was paired with giving aid to, I believe, Israel and I think the other country that was going through some turmoil with Russia. Somebody quote me in the comments, child. What country was that? Israel and I forgot what country it was, girl. But we giving money away to goddamn other countries, okay? And some countries that don't really deserve the goddamn aid, okay? So it was paired with that bill. And, the Senate approved a bill on Tuesday that aimed to ban operations of the popular app TikTok. Okay, this bill mandates that the Beijing-based parent company ByteDance is to divest the app within a year or face a ban on U.S. app stores, right? Now, after that, after the Senate passed, Joe Biden, signed the bill into law, right? So as of right now, TikTok has about 9 months to divest in ByteDance or be banned. Now, ByteDance, they basically was like, we rather the ban than to sell TikTok. They're not selling TikTok. That's not happening, okay? And the CEO, he spoke out. I'll play a little bit of what he had to say.
Hi, everyone. It's Shay here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is the ultimate goal. It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community...
Right. So I'll just stop here. Yeah. 170 million Americans use TikTok daily, right? It's a lot of people that's on the app. It's a lot of people that is benefiting from the app. I've seen people pay their bills, their rent using this app. Companies get platformed. And they said that the app really generates a lot of money for the country when we talk about taxes and stuff. So I think pushing to ban this app is just so controversial. I think that it's problematic. Like he said, and like a lot of people are saying, this is like challenging the one of our constitution rights, freedom of speech or whatever. And I don't see this panning out well. Now, they said that the ban will be delayed because TikTok and the CEO, they're going to fight back. They're going to contest it in court. And in turn, it will delay the ban. But, it's only but so much of delaying before something happens. Now, not for nothing. Trump is now not for the ban. He doesn't want to ban TikTok. So, and I have reason to believe that Biden is not going to win because at the end of the day, you completely pissed off your millennial and Gen Z vote. People are not going to show up to the voting polls. I highly doubt Biden will win. So if Trump get in, are we going to renege this bill? Like, come on, Trump. All bets is in your court. Okay. But no, seriously, I think that, damn. Like, why did it have to come to this? Now, also at the same time, it is safe to say that Biden and many whom voted for this bill, their hand was kind of torn because at the end of the day, if they would have said no to this bill, if Biden would have vetoed it, he would have got criticism because not only is this bill is to ban TikTok, but it's also to give aid to Israel. So that would have looked bad on that part. Like, oh, you're not in solidarity with Israel. American is, I'm not saying they funding this genocide, child, but they are definitely for it. So it's like, it would have looked bad on his part. It's almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I'm not going to give Biden no flack because he wanted to get rid of TikTok anyway. Even when it was just the TikTok ban bill and not the aid, he was here for it. He was like, if it would have passed the Senate, boom, it would have been banned. So I don't know. I'm side-eyeing that administration. You are literally targeting influencers to help out in your campaign this year, but you're also banning the app that the people are influencing. Like, it does not make any sense. I don't want to blame Biden too much because I feel like he just does not know what the hell is going on. And I think that he's definitely used as a puppet here. Like, I know this conversation has been a thing for millennia. Like, presidents are puppets, but like, he really is not aware of anything. Like, the fact that he literally read the teleprompter and was like, and said the word pause, like, like it was an action, not what you were supposed to say. He is just not there mentally. And I think that he's just going with the flow. So we can't really blame Biden too much. I think that this country is shady. I think that they are trying to suppress and censor real news and not fake news and not propaganda media that they've been doing on many of news platforms. I think that The View, and I used to watch them religiously, I'm just disappointed in those ladies that, but they never, when you look back, they never really told the truth. It was always propaganda. And TikTok tells the truth. TikTok gives the platforms to the people that's really telling the truth about what's going on in the world. And the last straw was the coverage on the Palestine-Israel situation. And I think that is the main reason why they're getting rid of TikTok, because TikTok is causing problems. And they're hiding it behind data and security and all that other bullcrap, which was proven not to be true. And all of his data was given to the government. There's so many things that's at play here. And it's so unfortunate that people, and whatever, people that's not content creators, they don't care. Like, oh, you're gonna have to go back to get a job or whatever, this, that, and the third. But like, at the end of the day, people made a name for themselves. They deserve for this platform to stay like it is and make the money that they made on there, because that's what it is. This is going to put a lot of people financially in a rock and a hard place. I've had day jobs, so I don't really have a dog in this fight. Like I said before, what happens to TikTok is what happens to TikTok. They haven't been paying me, but at the end of the day, I still believe that there should be a app like a TikTok. But like, even if, let's say they do sell TikTok to an American CEO or whatever the case, they're going to change TikTok and make it turn it into Instagram. I mean, I said this before. This is now coming to fruition. I'm very disappointed. It's really starting to look like a dictatorship. And whatever happens, happens. People are going to protest this. I mean, there's a lot of protests going on in colleges. I'm pretty sure they're going to make that illegal. They want to silence us, and they're going to hide it behind bigotry and that you're this and you don't like these type of people. It has nothing to do with the type of people. It's about what's going on and what's happening. Yeah, there really is nothing else to say. I think this is some dirty work that the country's doing. And just because you're banning an app where people tell the truth, and don't act like we're not going to be doing that on other platforms. We don't care about getting shadow banned because there'll be enough people post about it. It's going to get the highlight, Yeah, I feel bad for a lot of my content, my content creator mutuals that have these big platforms and they make good money on the app. Shout out to them. And they're going to have to move their platforms elsewhere, which is going to be hard to do because there is this thing on TikTok. Your numbers don't really translate anywhere else. I see a lot of people that got over 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, almost 1 million followers shot. And we look at the Instagram and YouTube and all that. I'd be like, girl, what y'all gonna do? I'm so happy though that when I did my TikTok, I equally shared my YouTube platform as well. I don't believe in being present on one platform. That's not how you break out as a content creator. So I equally paid attention to my presence on YouTube as I did it everywhere else. And I'm grateful that I did that now because now I have some sort of a platform after TikTok, right? So I don't know. I mean, tell me what y'all think about it in the comments. It's definitely more information that's probably going to come out surrounding this. I don't know what's going to happen in the course of 9 months, girl. Whew, honey, what I tell you, it's getting real crazy in this country. It'll make no sense how I be agreeing with Boozy sometimes because he came out with a tweet. He said something about, oh my goodness, America is real poor right now and nobody's making money. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy out here, child. Not me agreeing with Boozy, honey. It's some mess going on. It's some foul play. Anyway, y'all will tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. We can move on. Where do we even start with this whole not Candace? I keep on wanting to call her Candace on. She is nowhere near. She's nothing of the sort. I want to talk about this interview that Amanda Seales did with Shannon Sharpe. Okay. Now, Amanda got on the club Shay Shay, and apparently Shannon showed his whole ass. Okay. The internet is not with him right now, okay? Basically, it has to do with Shannon's constant invalidating of Amanda Seales' views on particular topics when they talk about race. And I watched the entire interview, and it was interesting. It was interesting to watch. I felt that it was a hostile environment in the beginning. Everything that Amanda was saying, he kind of contested and became an argument oh, was that really what you was going through? Or maybe I think that Shannon does this thing and it works with the other guys, right? It works with Cat Williams and Monique and, other people that he had on the show. He tells the guests what he thinks about somebody's experience, whoever he's interviewing on there. I feel like this, or I feel like you went through this, kind of invalidating somebody's whole, I'm telling you, this is what happens. This is what I experienced. And this is what it is. Oh, well, are you sure? I mean, are you sure you feel like that? Or is it just, I'm just like, okay, hold on. This is my experience, right? You never tell your interviewee what you think about the statements that they make, right? As a journalist. And no, I got my degree in media arts. I'm not proud of myself that I am a journalist. I did take some journalism courses. I was taught how to properly interview people for articles, and also in a podcast setting or audio, whatever, broadcasting setting. There's just certain things that you don't do. You don't invalidate someone's experience if you're telling them how you feel about their statements, about their recollection of things. That's a good way of somebody walking off. Okay. And that's why I said and a lot of people were saying I'm very surprised that Amanda Seales did not just walk off, because the amount of gaslighting and the amount of combativeness that Shannon was spewing, it just was nauseating to me. He also did not prepare for this interview. He didn't know that Amanda's mother was Black. He tried to confuse the fact that she was West Indian or whatever the case is. But we don't know the difference between ethnicity and race. Like, come on, she lived there. That don't mean that she, So there was a lot of things that he did not research about her. The fact that she has a degree in race relations, and not really just race relations, but the black experience. She went to school for this. Like, she studied this. She has a master's in this. And for you to sit there and say, even though she was experiencing racism at the hands of other white kids, that when she worked at Disney or whatever, oh, was it just kids being kids, as if the kids aren't being taught by the parents? The kids being taught by the parents to be racist. The kids go to school and they are calling her the N-word, all this other stuff. That's not nothing that kids just say. Okay? I was around white kids when I was a little child. I don't think I ever got called the N-word. And go out and say, I mean, I'm very lucky because there's a lot of black people that has experienced racism in that way. I've been around white kids before. I never got called the N-word. I mean, you could say that probably because their parents taught them not to do that or whatever the case is. But no, if I don't care how old you are, you saying some racist ass shit to me, you are a racist. You calling me the slurs, you are a racist. For him to sit there and invalidate her experience, and then also invalidate her experience when it came to the teacher as if he was there all the time. Like, she had to literally bring up another example for him to be like, oh, okay. Like the part when Amanda was talking about how she was accused of stealing. And the teacher blamed her. And then even the student said, no, it was me. And like, oh no, somehow Amanda was still in on it. Like, this lady was talking about her experiences with racism, and you're playing devil's advocate while slightly defending racism. That never made sense to me. You let Amanda Seales overpower the interview, which I think he was doing this. And a lot of these interviewers, like the Justin LaBoy interview with Kanye, with if y'all know the whole interview with Jaguar in that YouTube channel. Like, these people are not good journalists. They're not researching things up. They're not writing down the questions that they want to ask properly. What Shannon has been able to do is that he'll listen for like keywords to kind of recite in the next question. So this is a way for him to keep the conversation going. He's not writing these questions. These damn pamphlets that he be holding, he don't even be, when you going through them and like, okay, hold on. Like, he not even doing that. He just got a stack of blank fucking sheets. Okay, let's be very clear. And he's listening in on, okay, some keywords. Oh, she brought up that. Let's talk about that. Like, you're not really getting into anything, and you're relying on your interviewee to really make the show. It's not going to last long before people just not gonna come on your show. Okay, like, it's not gonna pan out well. He need to get some content writers. Now, there's a couple of other topics I want to get into with this subject. Now, the whole spectrum conversation, her apparently being on the spectrum. Now, Amanda Seales has come out and come after Ball Alert because they reported on the fact that she did talk about how she found out that she was on the spectrum. But apparently, she did not get a clinical diagnosis, meaning that a doctor didn't tell her this. How does this kept? She probably went online, took one of them little tests that be online to test if she is on the spectrum. And let me just use my words wisely here, right? It doesn't negate the fact that she possibly could be on the spectrum, because at the end of the day, being autistic is not something that you get blood work for and they find in your blood or something like that. It's behavioral. So I'm pretty sure that there probably is some accurate testing online that you can take that can tell if you are on the spectrum or not. Her not having a clinical diagnosis, it doesn't change anything. I think the problem is the way you worded it, though, Amanda, on the interview. It did come off like it was a clinical diagnosis, so people reported on it, and then you came back and said, well, no, it wasn't. I mean, at the end of the day, Amanda Seales is not going to be for everybody. And like I said, just because it's not a clinical diagnosis does not take the validity of her potential, her being on the spectrum. She was like, I'm not paying the $10,000 to do it. I didn't know you had to pay $10,000 for a check like that, girl. Yeah, I go online too. Fuck out of here. What you thought this was? But I think the way she worded it, and she'll say that it's been edited. So, I mean, I guess the way they edited it made it seem like it was clinical. I don't know what the case is, child, but it does not negate the fact that Shannon Sharpe was very problematic with this interview, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. Now, when she got to the whole conversation about Issa, yeah, okay, let's get into it, because I love Issa, and I ain't never gonna stop loving Issa, but I'm side-eyeing her at the same time, okay? Because this whole situation with the Black Emmys party, this publicist that works under you, okay, does not like Amanda for whatever reason. She barred her from this Black Emmys party. Imagine having a space for Black creatives, actors, whatever you want to call it, but we're not going to invite this one because she's problematic or she's this or the publicists don't like her. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Issa didn't want to be involved in the situation. I don't like the fact that Issa thought that there was some type of animosity between her and Amanda. I know this is all Amanda's side of the story. We're not getting Issa's or anybody else's side of the story. And I'm pretty sure there probably is two sides. But I don't know. I mean, I can see Issa's team being real problematic when it comes to, you know, the talent. At the end of the day, this is like, girl, these people are working for you. You are the boss here, okay? And your help is bothering or trying to blackball your talent. Because that's what Amanda said. This publicist was going around saying that I'm difficult, I'm mean, I'm this, I'm that. I'm on Amanda's side. Now she could be lying, she could be stretching the truth or whatever. At the end of the day, you can't really trust everybody, right? But I don't know. I think it's very weird that Issa did not want no parts of this. I'm chopping it up as maybe Issa is just not a good leader, and that's kind of what she was saying, because I do feel that she believes that Issa is a good person. She platforms Black people in ways that, you know, just people, you know, she basically opened the door and let some people in. Okay, let's be very clear. You know, she did that. That's who Issa is, and she will always be like a good person in that. But I feel like with this situation, Amanda did not feel protected. I think that there's some truthness to it. I could be wrong. She could be lying. But I mean, the stories that she was telling, it does sound pretty accurate. I feel bad because Amanda, I'm trying to get the right word, child. It's very clear that Amanda gets painted this picture of the angry Black woman and, you know, difficult, mean. I don't see that. I see an outspoken person. I've always said this. Because there's a lot of people that's on social media right now that's saying, oh, well, she this and the third. And now they're changing their opinions because they're finally seeing her, you know, her authenticity or whatever. I think that she's a person that's outspoken, and sometimes when you are outspoken, it kind of intimidates others. When you're on a higher frequency and people are very low vibrational, you know, it can cause anybody to feel away, feel attacked, feel threatened. I'm not saying that this was the relationship that she had with Issa. I don't know. I think Issa just did not know how to be a leader in that moment and really mediate the situation. I think that's where she's at fault at. But when it comes to other people, I think that her personality, it is in a way, I love how she's doing like the unlikable tour. Like she's like very unlikable. And to a certain extent, you have to be likable in this world. I get it. Like, you know, I hear a lot of y'all comments talking about that. But also, I think that I can relate to Amanda because I feel, in some ways, I feel I'm like that. Like, I definitely feel like sometimes my personality intimidate people sometimes. I'm a bubbly, outgoing person. And sometimes, you know, I do have a little bit of social anxiety. So when you first meet me, I'm kind of standoffish. But like, I kind of feel when she says, like, when I'm in a room or when I'm around people just don't, you know, I'm just not on the same frequency as others. Hell, maybe I'm on the goddamn spectrum. Okay, I'm not opposed to being neurodivergent, but I can understand, you know, she's feeling her way, and people are just saying that they're paying her off as this mean person, and I just don't believe that. She's a realist. Like, she's very literal. That's one of the things she said in the interview. Said, I'm very real. Like, I'm very literal when it comes to things. Like, and some people just can't take that. I was like, yeah, that's me. very literal when it comes to things. And that could be, it's a superpower or a curse, you decide. But I really do feel for Amanda Seales, and I hope that she gets, the highlight that she deserves, because she does contribute to the Black community. Like, when it's time to talk about Black stuff, something happens, somebody done got shot, or something happened in our community, we all look to her for what did you have to say about it. But when she's asking for our support, it's like, yeah, you're just not likable. It's very disingenuous. And I mean, y'all will tell me what y'all think in the comments. I think I talked about this topic a little bit too much, honey, because I really had a lot of thoughts about this. Okay, now we got to talk about this whole Jeezy situation. Okay, court documents have been revealed, and they're talking about some type of domestic abuse and child neglect against Jeezy. Okay, I'm gonna read this article from the Shade Room, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Now, more information surrounding the divorce between Jeanie Mai and her estranged husband, Jeezy, has come to light in court documents. Court documents obtained by the Shade Room uncover a history of domestic violence and child neglect, allegedly at the hands of Jeezy. They were claims of 3 to 4 incidents of physical abuse against Jeanie, which include one incident at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in San Francisco, California on April 14, 2022. These incidents of assault were shared at the time of the couple's therapist, pastor, and close friend. Now, details allege that Jeezy choked Jeanie from behind as she was ascending the stairs, and he pushed her down the steps. Okay, the incident caught the attention of the hotel security guard stationed in the lobby. Records show the rapper proceeded to verbally assault Jeanie, calling her a effing B and repeating, "I can do so much better than you." Security intervened and provided Jeanie protection after the repeatedly stated felt unsafe. Jeezy responded. In a statement, he makes it clear that the pictures that Jeanie are attempting to use as claims of physical abuse are allegedly from a golfing incident where they both were injured, not just her. He also says that it's disheartening to see her attempt to slander him throughout this bitter divorce. Okay. Now, he did make a statement. He said, in quotes, "The allegations are not only false, but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I love," Jeezy said in a statement. "This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and the deceit at play. And at this time, my main concern is to be an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight our court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through proper legal channels." So he's saying he ain't doing it. It was another event. She's saying that he choked her out. I don't know. I don't know what to believe, right? Now, it's going to take some of these security guards. They're saying that the security guards saw this happen and they tried to intervene. So it's going to take them to corroborate Jeannie's story for us to believe that. He's saying that this is a whole nother event, and I got injured, and he has pictures of them getting injured at some golf thing. Okay, look, it is the case of he said, she said. Okay, is her truth, is his truth, and then there is the truth. Okay, I don't know what to believe. It's getting messier and messier. I feel for the kids, like we said before when I was talking to Alfonso, I definitely feel for the kids. This is definitely like a situation that's like, girl, y'all needed to get it together. It's a lot of turmoil. I don't think neither of y'all need to be around these damn kids. Send that kid to their grandma or something, child. Cause y'all are too toxic. Y'all are toxic. Okay. I don't know. But really, I don't trust either one of them, to be honest. I think Jeannie's a little toxic. He's definitely toxic. It's just messy. It's real messy. Tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. Anyway, we talked about this last episode. Meg Thee Stallion has been accused of assault. Girl, well, there's an update. Okay. The new lawsuit filed against Meg Thee Stallion by her former employee and friend, Megan's lawyer, Alex Saprio. Now, this is a really good lawyer. Like, he worked with a lot of people. I want to say Rock Nation and Jay-Z got this lawyer acquainted with Meg. Okay, let's be very clear because he worked with a lot of people. He's a good lawyer, I heard. Now, he made a response and he talked to Page Six and he basically said that this is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim filed and with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. So I'm guessing they're going to fight back. And even when you look at the story, what people are not realizing is the fact that he said that she asked him, were you in the car when things was happening? He said yes. So it seemed like Meg didn't know that he was in the car. Nevertheless, right, like I said in the last episode, girl, you scope the perimeter if you try and do some freaky deaky stuff like that. Yeah, this is stupid. This is a stupid witch hunt, trying to get some money, okay, because you felt like you wasn't getting paid your word, which is believe, if you would have started off with that, you wanted to add the harassment aspect in it because people already got these preconceived notions of Megan, and this was definitely going to go viral like it did, and people were going to talk about it. I hope she sues your ass for defamation. I don't believe this at all. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to sound that way, like victim blaming or whatever the case is, but this is just not believable. You have not provided any more evidence. You're a cameraman too. You ain't think to get that on camera? Just saying. Why else were you there? I know you had a camera on you, girl. Anyway, girl, let's move on. Is there anything else I want to talk about? This is a short episode. I ain't have much to say. I just want to talk about the topics and to get out of here. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess we could talk about this whole Alexa Sky. His girl, why her bestie, her little pocket pussy punk, on the goddamn live talking about everybody under the sun? Because he wasn't just talking about Yandy and Mendici, child, but he was just talking about let me just show you what he had to say.
Andy, since they got on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I know a couple of women that he was looking at when I was over at T High's house
about
a year ago. Let me tell you something. Yandy ain't exciting him no more. Let me tell you something. Mendici is cheating on Yandy. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Are you getting this? Are you following me? The AA show is reporting live, loud, and proud, honey. And I got calls from people on the show. I've gotten calls from people in the street. Yandy Mendici is cheating on you. Alexis don't know about it, but guess what? I told her about it. So guess what, honey? You need to keep your man on lockdown, honey, because ever since he moved up out of that house, honey, he been fucking everything else y'all wanda.
Girl, oh my goodness. And then my thing is this, she came out with an apology.
Address what happened on my live the other night and just take accountability for what happened. First and foremost, I want to apologize to Mendici and Yandy about speaking on their marriage. And I know I didn't really say anything, but just being present in that situation is not okay. I've been working on myself for the past 2 years, and I don't even partake in things like this. But we were on live having a fun time, just talking about different topics. I was very unaware that this topic was going to come up, and I was in shock. But however, there's no excuse for what happened. It was wrong because I allowed it on my live.
Girl, anyway, my thing is, I thought she was on this journey, like this spiritual journey. I'm finding God and stuff like that. You still hanging around these people that's drama. Now, not only was he talking about Mendici, there was other clips of him like basically going in on Summer Walker, her man, I believe, Ari Fletcher. Girl, I can't stand that girl. But he is messy as hell. Like, how do you, girl? And then you in the background, we looking at you in the background, we're like, well, I mean, you ain't trying to stop him. I think because you got the backlash. Like, that's the reason why you really came out and apologized. Girl, full of shit. Okay, let's get out of here. Whoop. Now, there's one last thing I want to get into, girl. Kanye, speaking of people trying to find God, air quotes, air quotes, air quotes. So Jeezy is doing adult film now. This is something that was not on my bingo card for 2024. This is something I don't want to see. Okay. So if any of the stuff goes online, please, freak Twitter, do not oversaturate freak Twitter with that bull crap. Now, he definitely could be trolling. I hope he is too, because don't nobody want to see all that. But like, what is the reason at this point? Like Kanye literally, he just be doing anything at this point, and people really would just eat it up. Like, girl, what? Adult what? Are you dumb? girl, I'm done. I'm off this, child. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. It was a little bit more lax, a little bit more untamed, but I hope you really did enjoy the show. I will be back on Monday. See y'all then. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm definitely going to have a good weekend myself, child. I might get into a little bit of things, but tell me what y'all think in the comments. Definitely, I want to know. So see y'all later.